for some people that doesn't work. Like they might prefer one client all in, no content
Yes.
switching. For other people, like that's our happy place. Like we like the variety. We like having different challenges. So, and it does come with, a little bit of frustration there, right? Like
Yeah.
that's like part of it when you are jockeying a couple of things, but you know me, like I'm the same because I have my course business and my client work. Sometimes it can feel a little bit crazy, especially if it's like the week everything needs to be done, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
school's out.
definitely. At least for right now, my sweet spot as far as clients is people who are relatively new in online business. So they may be brand new businesses or they may just be new online. And I really like helping them work through the strategy side and helping them kind of figure out. So most of my clients have courses, and the way I like to work works really well for people who have courses because there is maintenance work, but there's launches or there's like reinvigorating things that are evergreen. So it works well for me. And one thing that I am doing now more than I used to is kind of training them to let me know ahead of time if they need things. I have a few clients who like to do things very last minute, and sometimes that's fine. But if it happens to be, the week of snowpocalypse, it's not great because my kids are here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the truth. And I feel like if you give them that wiggle room, because I do the same thing and they start to expect it every time too. So it's like getting them to plan and getting it out. And like yesterday, oh my gosh. So can you tell us, I'm going to put you on the spot and feel free not to, like, what is your rate now? Like, what do you charge your clients now?
It's a little bit variable, but in general, around $1 an hour.
And that was what I got paid to substitute all day with a bunch of kids.
Yeah. Like the way that I gained clients, the way it sort of happened, the progression, I basically went from $20 an hour to $1 an hour in an interview because somebody asked me, she said, "Oh, well, what do you charge?" And it just dollars came out. And I was like, okay, well, that's what I'm charging now. Awesome. And I sent an email. My longest client, I did not increase her rate right away because we were in the middle of moving and there was just so much going on. And I wasn't able to do as many hours for her as I would like to have. I wasn't showing up the way I really wanted to for her. So I kind of waited a little bit. But then my other clients who I didn't have like weekly things that I was doing for them every single week, like they really would come to me when they needed something or if they were having launches and things like that. When they came back to me, they said, "Hey, can you do such and such for me?" And I said, "Yeah, but I need you to know my new rate is this." And every single one of them said, "Good for you."
Good, just because they value you and the work you're providing. Like you're not easily replaceable with the skill set.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that was the thing, because and I got in my head about it. I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna try and hire somebody else, or and I did have one client who said, "Well, can you show me how to do it?" I said, for $1 an hour.
Yeah, but there's an opportunity to do a little bit of a like strategy session or like work, done with you session and charge more than that. So that might be something to think about. But sometimes we just don't want to like do that with our clients. We want to like pass it off.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So how are you able to like balance everything? Like, is it going okay with your Beachbody business? And
I also have another business with a partner, which is a content creation business, so we create content to help other Beachbody coaches run they're called challenge groups, basically like accountability groups.
I didn't know this. This is amazing.
Yeah. So somebody who's on my team, she had posted something in our team page and I was like, I think she wants to do a content creation thing. And so I messaged her. I was like, "Hey, is this what you're doing?" And she was like, "I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure I can do it all." And I said, "Well, let me tell you about me and who I am and what I can do." And basically took everything that I learned, not everything, but a lot of what I learned in your course and was able to say, this is my skill set and this is what I can do. And she does most of the graphics and I do all the tech and the background stuff. And we work together to do the copy because it's like daily posts. I have the 3 things that I do.
Wow.
I don't believe in balance. I believe in harmony. Nice. So that means that some days my focus is in one area and then other days my focus is in another area, but every day they all show up a little bit.
Yeah.
And as far as how it's going, it depends on the day you ask me. Today I'm feeling pretty good about it. But there are days that I feel stretched thin. But that's kind of why I say my VA hours can vary widely.
Yeah.
Because most of the work that I do with my clients, like I have a few tasks that have to be done daily, but for the most part, I'm able to do my work for them in chunks. So that may mean that I have like, 5 or 6 dedicated hours on a Friday that I do just client work. And then, the other days of the week, I may do, an hour here, an hour there. And my focus is, on other things.
I know why. You know why you're in this space, but what does
Yeah.
that look like for you now with your work? Like, is it like really as flexible as people say, or as I say?
It is for me. And I will say, I'm sure it isn't for everybody, because not everybody, and that's not a priority for everybody. For me, that is the priority. So, especially now being a mom, because, kids get sick too. I am very careful about the clients that I choose to apply to work with. Yes, and that was like from the beginning, that was a priority to me. I wanted to make sure I didn't end up working with people that I wouldn't enjoy like being around. And because of that, it is very flexible for me. And I say I work anywhere from 10 to 30 hours a week on my VA stuff exclusively, but it's probably even more variable than that, if I'm being completely honest. The reason for that is I can I'll schedule my work to some extent around what's going on in our lives. But I also had a situation in December. On December 4th, I found out we had the opportunity to take a vacation, not anywhere in the country or world, but close to it. But it had to be before December 31st.
Oh my God.
And so we went to, and by we, I mean myself, my kids, we went to Las Vegas on December 11th, we bought plane tickets on the 6th and we left on the 11th and we were gone for a week. I had a client who had hired me like December 2nd, maybe. So then I had to go back to her and say, hey, these deadlines you were hoping for, I just want you to know, I'll be taking a trip on the 11th and I'll be out of the office from the 11th to the 18th. Or it was more like the 10th to the 20th. I'm being completely honest, because of like preparations and then getting back. And then our family Christmas was the weekend of December 18th. So I was able to do it, like I didn't have to pre-plan and like make up all that work like I would have if I were a teacher ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I also didn't have to work while I was on vacation. I didn't have to work while I was on the airplane. It was me letting my clients know, hey, I've had this opportunity come up and I'm taking it and I'm going to be out of the office. And I did give them, I said, is there anything you have to have done before this date? And what can wait until after? And every single one of them said, go have the time of your life. Don't worry about it. You'll catch up when you get back, kind of thing. So yes, it can be that flexible.
Oh, it like brings a tear to my eye. Cause I mean, not every client is like the perfect one, but like I have learned early on when it's not a good fit and let those go. Cause I'm a mom first. My husband's gone all the time. So to hear you say that that's possible and your clients understand and encourage you and not guilt you. I mean, I've had office jobs where they guilt me for taking a long weekend on a holiday. And I'm like, what?